Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the presidential debates. Okay, I can see that the candidates already have their hands raised. Good evening, Edie.
Good evening, DJ. How's everything?
Fine, thank you.
Everybody's here.
Yes, they
Welcome to
are.
the presidential debates. Are the candidates complete?
Yes, they are. We have just 4 candidates.
Okay, so I have Chalia. Chalia, are you
Yes.
there?
Yes, good evening, Edie.
How's everything? So
Hi,
Chalia, you keep the time. You know how we normally do it. Lisa picks who we ask the questions. I make the questions. We have quite a small set of people around, but anyway, let's see how that goes. So, guys, are you ready? Welcome to the presidential debates of the 18th cohort. First and foremost, I'd like us to start with a brief introduction. Who you are, your party, what your basic manifesto is. Charlie, are you timing also? Charlie, are you there?
Edie. Yes, Edie.
Yeah, set to time. So the first question, you have 1 minute, 30 seconds to describe who you are, the party, and etc. Lisa, you pick the start first or the sequence of the candidates. Thank you very much.
All right, Edie. So we'll go with ladies first. We'll start with the candidate of the APC, Kelechi Esther. You have 1 minute.
1 minute, 30 seconds. I gave 1 minute.
Okay. 1 minute, 30
Okay,
seconds.
thank you so much. Good evening, the ED, the DED, and all staffs of ECN, my fellow colleagues here. I'm Kelechi Esther Chinaza, the
Esther, your
APC
video is not
presidential.
on. Yes, please go ahead.
Oh, so sorry. You can see me. All right, thank you.
Yes.
So I'm Kelechi Esther Chinaza, the APC flag bearer for the presidential election. Leadership is a call to service, is a call to action, and not a mere occupant of position. And it is on this note that I am standing here to serve the people of the country, Nigeria, the citizens of our great country. And my candidacy is built on the DASI agenda. The DASI agenda is built on 4 pillars: D for development, A for agriculture, S for security, and I for inclusion. And we are going to ensure that we bring down the dividends of democracy and governance to the people. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. Next candidate of the PDP. Dominic Nentawe.
Good evening, everyone. Please, can you confirm if you can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I would like to start with an apology. My face might not be too visible. We had a windstorm that caused significant destruction, so my community is on total blackout right now. I'm just trying to manage my phone light, so I don't know.
Dominic, if you can take out your video, I'll give you a pass on that.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So my name is Dominic Nentawe, the presidential candidate for the PDP in the forthcoming election, and I am aspiring to with a mantra called Shield Nigeria. The Shield agenda stands for security, health, innovation, education, livelihood, and development. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Dominic. Next, we have candidate of the APGA, Naomi Karim.
Good evening, ED. Good evening, DED. Good evening, everyone. My name is Naomi Karim, and I am the candidate for the presidential elections under the APGA pseudo party of the Electoral College of Nigeria. Born and raised in the city of Jos, I have lived and experienced Nigeria, and I have decided that I will no longer be a part of the people who just complain about our governance. I would come out and also be a part of the solution, which is why I have put myself out there to run for this office. And I'll be bringing inclusivity, I'll be bringing economic growth and global competitiveness. I'll be ensuring that there's peace and security for all. I would also be ensuring that there's wholesome sectorial development and also sustainable and conscious governance. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And finally, candidate of the NMPP, Chukwuemeka.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, the ED. My name is Ambassador Stanley Chukwuemeka Okerafo, and I have the privilege of being the presidential flag bearer for the NNPP. And I just quickly need to state this from the very beginning. This presidential election is not about me. It's not about my party. It's about us. It's a movement. It's about our nation, Nigeria. It's about delivering true dividends of democracy. And like we all agree, democracy is not a word in the Constitution. It's not a slogan. It's something that must be felt by all. And on that note, my party is pushing this agenda on 4 cardinal points of education, electricity and economic growth, healthcare and security. We are aware that when we achieve all of this, and for example, there is no security, then we've not achieved anything. We are very mindful of this. And on that note, we are encouraging everyone to toe the path of, we need a Nigerian president. That's the summary of our campaign. We are tired of tribe, we are tired of ethnicity, we are tired of religion, we are tired of regions. We need a Nigerian president, someone that will carry the burdens of our people on their shoulders. My party slogan, of course, is peace, equity, and progress, which means women must be represented. The disabled, those advantaged groups must be represented in everything we do. We believe in peace.
Your time is up.
Progress, and of course, progress in everything we do. So this is an opportunity for us to look at how we can.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's all for the first round of questions, Aiden.
Okay, Lita, we're going to switch it up a little bit. You called name of the candidate. I give the question, the candidate answers. I'll give you for like 15 seconds to rest so that it doesn't look like I'm badging you people. I think sometimes my brain works faster than my mouth. But like I said, welcome to the debates once again. Are the candidates ready? Everybody's ready? Charlie, are you ready? They have 1 minute on answering the set of questions I'm going to give next. So Lisa, you pick. The candidate speaks and says he's ready. I speak and give the question. The candidate answers. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then let's do it.
All right, candidate of the PDP, Nentawe Dominic. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready, ma.
Okay. Candidate of the PDP. Leadership is full of unpopular decisions. What unpopular decision will you be taking as regards Nigeria if you become president?
Well, if I become president, one of the unpopular decisions I will take is to decentralize power. It is unpopular in the sense that, of course, there are people have been clamoring for power decentralization. They call it regionalization or whatever name people have to address it that will suit their interest. Now, again, I also realize that this might not be very feasible, it might not be achievable, because Nigeria has become very divided based on social, political, and even ethnic lines. And then, even if we truly want to decentralize power, there are also a section of the country who don't want the power to be decentralized because they are benefiting from the power centralization. So that makes that clamor to be unpopular. So if I become president, I will ensure that power will be properly decentralized.
Your time is up.
Okay, wait, I'd like to engage Dominic a little bit. And I'll be doing this as regards people's questions to check whether you are actually educating with your position or you people are miseducating. Now, I don't know what powers the president has, Dominic, to decentralize power. I believe that's vested in the National Assembly. And we taught you that. So why would you say that you will decentralize power? I really want to understand what powers, executive powers, and I need you to explain what executive powers the president has to decentralize power.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. For example, the power to appoint the chief judge of the country, the power to appoint the
That's not
electoral.
decentralization. That means you're mixing decentralization with appointments the president has. And that cannot even be chosen by you. That still will be chosen by the National Assembly, not you. Those powers are granted to you by the Constitution of the Federal Republic. Constitution is backed, of course, is backed or can be changed by the National Assembly. So your point of decentralization, wrong. Second question, Lisa, pick the next person. Thank you. We don't want to miseducate anything. So I don't want any presidential candidate saying things they cannot do. Lisa, next person.
All right, thank you, Edie. Candidate of the NNPP, Stanley Chukwuemeka.
I'm here. Thank you.
Candidate of the NNPP, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
20 million out of school children in Nigeria. What do you hope to do to change that?
It's quite sad that Nigeria is the world capital of out-of-school children. And one of the cardinal objectives of administration is education. So one of the things we'll do is to practicalize free education. It's been said so severally by different governments, but we realize that a lot of times people play to the gallery about this. One of the things we'll do will be to ensure that children are in school. And one of the ways we'll do that is to arrest parents of children we find in the streets during school hours. That will also address the issue of child labor, which is very rampant in Nigeria. And by free education, and seeing the example of other places, we'll ensure that children have access to school in the sense of having transportation, or a means where they can come to school, especially for public schools. And we'll also make sure that schools are not too far from communities. So there'll be deliberate plans to, have schools within communities. The good thing is that a lot of communities in Nigeria actually have LA schools. So we're not, as it were, going to build new schools. Rather, we are going to empower the schools that exist. Am I product of LA school? Okay, thank you. My time is up.
Edie, would you be engaging him?
Yeah, no, I would not. Next candidate.
All right, next candidate of the APGA, Naomi Karim.
I'm ready, Edie.
You're ready, okay.
Yes, sir.
National ethics is an act that was put in by Nigeria. It was put into law or passed into action on law by President Muhammadu Buhari sometime in 2022. How would you be embedding this as president? How will you be embedding the National Ethics and Integrity Act into the daily lives of Nigerians at all levels?
Okay, thank you very much, Edie. As someone who has really experienced Nigeria and known that there is a flaw when it comes to implementation of policies and acts, I would ensure that the dignity and discipline is upheld. The integrity from the executive to the legislative and judiciary, all the way down to the Nigerian people, by educating them on the need for the importance of upholding our ethics as Nigerians. It is one thing for us to speak, it's another thing for us to act with intentionality. So I will be very intentional about implementing this act.
All right, thank you so much, Naomi. And finally, candidates of the APC, Esther Chinansa Kelechi.
Yes, I'm ready.
Sorry, I was muted. Esther, are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Nigeria is
All right,
seen as the giant of Africa most times, and Nigeria is considered to have big influence in not only in the Committee of Nations in Africa, but in the Committee of Nations in the world. Now, Nigeria's actions have been dipped by its own citizens acting in funny ways, breaking laws in different places. In Asia, they're wanted for drugs, xenophobia in South Africa, and, America and UK, that's money laundering and etc. What will you be doing to improve Nigeria's image as president of Nigeria?
Okay. What I'll be doing to improve Nigerians' image as president of Nigeria is by carrying out and orientation. Orientation in the sense that a lot of us are already in the country and most of us are about moving, living with the Jaffa syndrome. I will carry out an orientation initiative partnering with NOA to see how we can orientate Nigerians and make them good image makers in the international system. I think that's what we'll be doing.
Well, it's amazing that as president, you are thinking about what you will do. Leadership is full of direct decisions, whether you're right or
I'm
you're
so
wrong.
sorry.
So you
That's
don't
what we'll be
think as
doing.
president.
Working with NOA.
I just corrected you. You don't think as president. You are.
Thank you very
Okay,
much, sir.
guys.
Thank
Well,
you.
Lisa, over to you. Who's next?
Okay, that's all for this round. Okay, we go again. All right, next we'll start with the candidate of the APGA, Naomi Karim.
Good day, Naomi. Are you ready for your question?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Okay. Will you be open to negotiation with terrorists in Nigeria? Yes or no? And explain why.
My answer is no. And here's why. I have suffered at the hands of terrorists. I remember what it's like to have been paid ransom for to be released from my abductors. I do not believe that they deserve a chance to be negotiated with. We're going to be calling a spade, not a farming implement. If you're found wanting for banditry or being a terrorist in Nigeria, we will exterminate you from the society. And that's just what we would implement. We're not going to give them a chance to have Nigerians keep second guessing if they should live today and be afraid for tomorrow. Thank you.
Naomi, you don't make a bad president if that's how you think. Hold on.
Thank you, sir.
All
Who's
right,
next?
next candidate of the NMPP, Stanley Chukwemeka.
Stanley, are you ready for your question?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay. How would you unite Nigerians that no longer trust the state, its agencies, and government?
Thank you very much for that very important question, sir. A critical element that is missing in Nigeria of today is citizen ownership. And that's one of the best ways to unite all sectors, all segments of a society. The day Nigerians begin to take ownership of this country, begin to feel as part of this country, you find out that development will flow naturally. So one of the things I will do is to ensure that citizens own their country. It's our country. And part of what I will do, of course, is then to give them an identity. A lot of Nigerians don't feel they have an identity in a country they were born. So that's one of the things I will do as president. NOA, for example, will be directed. And in fact, before NOA is also the issue of reward and punishment. We must learn as a nation to reward citizens and punish people who fail the laws. And this must be done publicly, must be documented, and must be publicly shown. In a situation where a country begins to pander to people's sentiments, no, we can't take that. Once you do that, and you can, and we will do that, and we will get our citizens to own our
Your
country.
time is up.
All right, thank you. Next candidate of the APC, Kelechi Esther Chinanso.
Right, I'm here. Thank you.
Kelechi, are you open to your next conversation? Or to the
Yes,
next
sir, I am.
listen. Okay. Which is one policy decision you will make that might cost you your re-election? Listen again. Which is one policy decision that you will make that might cost you your re-election?
All right, one of the policies decision I'll make that might cost me my re-election will be the feedback policy on transparency and accountability. Transparency and accountability is one of the issues we have in the Nigerian system that has made the citizens lose trust in the system. Now, in launching this feedback program, what I'll be doing is we'll create a system, an online platform and a system whereby we're able to get feedback from citizens on how the on the programs that are being carried out, or the projects rather, that are being carried out in their cities, in their towns, in their villages, to get to know how those projects are being executed and if they were actually carried out. Because in the Nigerian system, you have everything 100% on papers and on reports, but in the actual
Your
sense,
time
they
is
are
up.
like the money is being done
All
away with.
right.
So we'll be creating a feedback system. I think that will be.
Thank you, Esther. Thank
Okay,
you.
sorry. Thank you.
Go to Dominic, candidate of the PDP.
Dominic, are you ready for your question?
Yes, sir, I am.
So your question is going to have two sides. Number one, why should people trust you with power as the Nigerian president? And secondly, would you be taking out immunity from your own clause? And if you're taking immunity out of your own clause as president, why?
Okay, so firstly, why people should trust me? I want to understand the question again, sir, please.
Why should people trust you with power?
Okay, so people should trust me because I offer an administration of integrity. I'm going to lead with integrity and all honesty and strategic communication. I will carry everybody along and ensure that all decisions are properly communicated to the people, and every decision will have to pass through strategic communications and stakeholder engagements. And then for the second question, if I am going to take away immunity from my office as president, I will want to say no. And this is the reason. Because one, there is a tendency that there will be distractions. As presidents, of course, because of political tensions and oppositions here and there could be tendencies that if my immunity is taken away, I might be distracted as president. I will be subjected to various investigations.
Your time is
So
up.
I would rather. Oh, my time is up. Thank you.
At least I would say, Dominic, you were honest. I also am one of those that do not believe immunity should be taken away from the office of the president. Although you couldn't explain it why, but I also believe that immunity should not be removed. Yes, basically distractions, but Nigerians are quite a gullible people. You have 240 something million people against the president. The court cases will line from Pambegua to Badagry, from Bakassi to Portiscom. So I do not agree that immunity should be taken away from the president. So my next question now is going to be a general question, and it's your final question before your closing statement. Was a general question for everybody. Lisa will mention the format of how everybody who would answer what and where. So in the principle of Nigeria's politics, you must critically understand. Now, pay attention to what I'm saying. In the principle of Nigeria's politics, you must critically understand that there are decisions that would affect party, power, and position at the same time, and sometimes even the levels of government, being state and national assembly. How do you hope to navigate such problems? Lisa, you have who starts.
All right, we'll start with the candidates of the APC for this question.
All right. Sorry, please. I didn't get the question clearly.
I explained that in Nigeria, there's the politics of power, position, and party. There are also different levels of government, state, local, and federal. Sometimes some of your decisions might come in conflict with this. How would you hope to navigate these problems? I won't repeat myself. Next time I'll penalize you. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much, Edie, for that question. How will I be able to mediate within the whole conflict at the state, federal, and the local government level, and then party and all of that? Yes, I will have to navigate the whole process standing in my position as a leader, because at some point as a leader I have to stand firm to take decisions that I feel should be best for the country and for the progress of the country. And being a leader, you have different enemies, and you always have different opinions. And at some point, there's this saying that a soup which where different hands are involved in cooking the soup doesn't come out well. So at some point in governance, I'll have to stand firm and take decision as a leader and as the president of the country. Thank you.
Remember that I mentioned different tiers and levels of government. So if you stand firm, it might be seen as dictatorial, and you're dealing with the National Assembly, the judiciary. You're also dealing with the local, federal, and state levels. If you stand firm most of the time, you would be seen as a dictator, and it's not good for a democracy. But we'll move on. Next person.
All right, next candidate of the NMPP.
Thank you very much for that question, sir. And without taking too much time, I will tackle that from 3 levels. And that'll be level of transparency, the benefit of whatever policy I decide to go, and leading by example. Transparency. Nigerians are not asking for too much. Nigerians want to know that you believe in what you say, what you do, and you do what you say you do. That's what we're asking for. Nigerians want to see you transparent in your policies. You're not trying to be smart with them. And that's one of the first things. So I'll be very transparent with that. Secondly, they also want to know what benefit will this be to the party, the judiciary, whatever sector or segment we are looking at, what benefit will it bring to them? And of course, I already have the benefits outlined for each strata that I'm addressing. And they want to see me lead by example. Nothing frustrates like telling people what to do and you not doing it. Nigerians are tired of that. We want to see leadership by example, and that is what I and my administration, my party will provide. Leadership by example. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Next candidate of the PDP, Dominic.
Okay, thank you very much. So decisions, how to navigate decisions, how to do power politics, and so I'll just highlight quickly what I will do. First, I would use the technique of lobby. I would have to apply a lot of lobby at some points. I'll have to use town hall community engagements to take feedbacks, and then I'll also ensure that political processes are as much as possible transparent, and therefore people will not have to have grudges. And then I'll also ensure I understand that some of the crisis that we're having with power and politics and leadership is that we don't have a clean data as a country. So what I will ensure is that I will ensure we have a strong data governance in such a way that people will have to trust the data, the informations that are being fed to the power at the center, the information, the process of gathering data from the grassroots, from the lowest.
All right, thank you. Candidate of the PDP. Finally, candidate of the ABGA, Naomi Karim.
Thank you very much. This is going to be quite a very difficult road to toll, but I believe that with wisdom, I will be negotiating with wisdom. I will be negotiating without surrendering my principles to either my party or the people or the legislative arm of government or any arm of government for that matter. I would also ensure that there's transparency and communication. Transparency and communication. I would prioritize national ethics, discipline, integrity, social justice, patriotism as well, which should be able to guide all of my responses and all of our responses as Nigerians to the power struggle. I'll also be strengthening institutions, independent judiciary, strong legislature, and of course, an autonomous anti-corruption institution as well. And lastly, I'll be building coalitions beyond party. I'll be building coalitions beyond party. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everybody. Keywords that were used there: lobbying, which I think was good; negotiation, which I also think was good. I'm surprised nobody said as long as I put Nigeria first, everything else will step into line. But of course, we're all preparing to be president, so good luck with everybody. So I'll allow closing statements. Lisa chooses who goes first. Your closing statements should cover what you need to say before elections. Lisa, you people goes. Charlia, 1 minute for everybody. Closing statements from all the presidential candidates. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Edie. We'll start with the candidates of the PDP. Dominic.
For this time. So I would like to tell the electorates and Nigerians that a vote for me is a vote for a strong local government administration. I will ensure that the local government is strengthened because that is the first point of good governance. A vote for me will ensure that we are going to have accurate data in the country. A vote for me will ensure that we are going to have a transparent electoral process across all political parties. We are going to unify the primaries. We ensure that there are policies that will unify the electrical election processes from all political parties in such a way that it cannot be manipulated, and then it will reduce court cases. I will also ensure that there's transparency in our police administration and criminal justice act. I will also ensure that even our monetary policies are as much as possible revisit to favor businesses and even individuals and various sectors of the economy. And then
Your
lastly,
time
a
is up.
vote.
All right, thank you. Next, candidate of the ABGA, your closing statement.
Thank you much, everyone, for giving me a listening ear this evening. I believe that I have a track record of leadership. I also believe that I have experience in the private sector, in the public sector, and as someone who runs about 3 businesses in Nigeria, I believe that I have what it takes to ensure that we build together the Nigeria that we've always dreamed of. Not just hearsay, but the one that we will all experience as Nigerians. And so I trust that you will give me your votes and we will do this together. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Next, candidate of the NNPP, your closing statement.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for taking out time to attend this. I just want to say this, a movement has started. It's a movement about Nigeria delivering the true dividends of democracy. We believe in a country where every Nigerian, rich or poor, north or south, whatever religion you profess, can live free from hunger, from fear, can live free from hopelessness. Nigeria is ready. We, as a party, we are ready. But are you ready? Are you ready to stand with NNPP to deliver? See, tomorrow is the election. It's not about party, it's about our nation. Put Nigeria first. Think about Nigeria, think about your future and the future of our children, and vote my party and see what will happen. On my honor, I give you my honor. Nigeria under our party will not fail. Nigeria under my leadership will not fail. Everything about me is Nigeria. I've lived in every part of this country, and I believe that Nigeria can be great again. Nigeria will flourish again if you vote NNPP.
Your time is up.
It's a promise.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I would like to address the candidates. Thank you very much, Didi. Thank you very much, Chalia, for the work you put in. I'll first like to say I'm very impressed by the candidates. I've conducted debates at every level in Nigeria. That's realistic debates at every level in Nigeria. And I do not think I have seen candidates answer as spontaneously as I spontaneously gave this question. The speed of your thought is impressive. I would say I don't expect you to be as good as me, though I'm training you to be better than me. But some of your answers were highly intelligent. And I think that everything we have put into you guys have absorbed. And with time, we'll get better. My dream is that I hope all of you in this cohort get better than Kunle Lawal. The target of the Electoral College is to build people far better than I could ever be. And it's impressive to watch the steps in which you guys have taken. This presidential debate, I took it up a notch, and it was people, not full Kunle. Okay, let me brag small, not full Kunle, but at least Kunle at quite a high level. And you guys were able to match that. And you guys should be proud of yourselves, regardless of the outcome. I'm very proud of candidates. I'm proud of the cohort 18. And I think we'll have a good election tomorrow. I also want, if I sense any sense of cheating in this, I don't need to tell you what I'm going to do next. This time I'll be seizing certificates. I'm not playing. I will not brandish a certificate to someone who has tried to rob a victory. So I think people should stick very much to the electoral guidelines. Lisa, over to you. Thank you guys, and wish you guys a great election.
Thank you very much, Edie. Thank you.
Much, Edie. Though we had a candidate who had not given her closing statement.
Oh, I did not know that. Sorry,
Can
I
she
thought
still
we
go?
were done. Yes, she can go, please. I'm very sorry about that. I didn't know.
All right, thank you once. Thank you so much, ED. Thank you so much, DED, and the entire staff of the ECN. It's been a journey and it's worthwhile. I'm Kelechi Esther Chinaza, once again, the flag bearer, presidential flag bearer for APC, and I'm committed to leading with integrity, vision, and service. My mantra is this: non-ministerial, instead ministerial, call to serve and not to be served. My vision is to foster a culture of collaboration, empower citizens, and drive positive change in our country, Nigeria. I believe in prioritizing the needs of our citizens, working selflessly to support and empower them to achieve their goals. Let's work together to create a lasting legacy. Vote for Kelechi Esther Chinaza, vote for APC, vote for a greater Nigeria. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow at the polls.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Lisa, any closing statement?
None, Edie. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, and have a lovely evening ahead. On behalf of the Electoral
All right.
College, we're proud of you guys. Well done.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, everyone.